the surging moment of India's economy. We have already crossed 9.2% of GDP. If the mandarins and policymakers in the Planning Commission and the PM office have to be believed, the magical figure of 10% is not far off. Look at our friendly, most honorable country which is growing leaps and bounds, that is China. China is investing close to around 12 to 13% of its GDP. And India, which is now currently growing at 9.2%, and if we want to aspire to grow at 10% plus, a very large lump sum of investment has to flow into the infrastructure. Today, our GDP stands at around 42 lakh crores. Make no mistakes about the zeros. And we are investing a dismal 3.9% of this GDP towards infrastructure. If we have to cross that 10% and plus kind of growth, India has to be inching almost about 8 to 9%, but this is likely to spin us off into an inflationary spiral. So even on a most conservative basis, if we have to reach this figure, which I personally believe in, most of the policymakers believe it is going to happen, we are going to spend about 5% at least without setting into the inflationary spiral. These numbers themselves are voluminous. This speaks about 200,000 crores of investment per year. These are very large investments. The government obviously has a constraint. Today, airport city is emerging. Look at Suvarnabhumi in Bangkok. Look at Incheon in Korea. Look at the Cheplakok in Hong Kong. What has happened? The nucleus of urban infrastructure growth is slowly shifting to these airports and in and around the airports, making airports as the fulcrum of growth. And that has been witnessed all over the world. So this is called as the concept of aerotropolis. This concept of aerotropolis, GMR is going to exploit. We are not going to build an airport. No way. We are going to build an airport city. Today, 70% of our revenue is coming from the power sector, 20% from the airport and 10% on the roads. Come 2010, our story is dramatically altering in favor of the airport sector, where we will start drawing 50% of our revenues from the airports, about 36% from the power, and 13 to 14% from the roads. That will be the long-term potential, long-term story of the GMR. Mind you, we are investing close to 8,600 crores of money during the next 3 years alone. You may recall that we had won Delhi in a fiercely fought bids. One of the unsuccessful bidders did challenge the legal process, and both the High Court and Supreme Court completely decided in favor of GMR. So we are completely free of any legal hassles. Delhi has got 5,100 acres of land. If you look, for example, Changi Airport has got less than 3,000. Hong Kong has got about 4,000 acres of land. Our Bombay metropolis has got little less than 2,000 acres of land. Put that against Delhi, which has got 5,100 acres of land. So we are going to create an airport of the size of Hong Kong Airport, which will take 37 million passengers. Currently, New Hong Kong in Cheplakok does about 42 million passengers. And Changi, Singapore does about 30 million passengers. Our concession is 60 years, 30 plus 30 years. And as a part of the bid process, we have to share 46% of our revenue with the government. Mind you, the entire airport has come free to us. So we have to share 46% of our revenue with the government.